Adjectives help us describe things and express feelings in a simple way. Let's look at regular and irregular adjectives and how they change to show different meanings in our sentences. Regular adjectives follow a normal pattern, while irregular adjectives have special changes. The most typical changes we make are like this. For regular adjectives, we use ER for comparatives and EST for superlatives. When the adjective has 2 or more syllables, we use more for comparatives and most for superlatives. Let's look at some examples. The network is safe. The comparative is, the new network is safer. The superlative is, it is the safest network we have. The server is secure. The comparative is, the previous server was more secure. The superlative is, the previous server was the most secure server in the company. Most one-syllable adjectives and some two-syllable adjectives follow the normal rule. Examples include simple, fast, and safe. The new software is fast. Comparative. The upgraded version is faster than the old one. Superlative. It is the fastest solution on the market. Irregular adjectives have special forms you need to remember. They change in their own way. Look at the word good. Good, comparative. Better, superlative. Best. This is a good code. Comparative. This code is better than the previous one. Superlative. This is the best code we've ever written. It's very different from the regular pattern. Here are some more. Bad, comparative. Worse, superlative. Worst. This code is bad. Comparative. The update was worse than I expected. Superlative. It was the worst feedback we received this year. Far. Comparative. Farther or further, depending on the context. Farther is used for physical distances. We walked farther down the road. Further is used for figurative distances or additional things. We need to discuss the issues further before we make any decisions. Superlative. Farthest or furthest. She moved her desk to the farthest corner of the office. This is the furthest we've discussed the problem. It's very helpful to talk like this. Little. Comparative. Littler or less, depending on the context. Littler is less common as a comparative. Most speakers would use smaller. This is a little project. This team is littler than the previous one. Most speakers would use smaller. This team is smaller than the previous one. Less is used for a smaller amount of something that is not countable. We have less work than last week. Superlative, littlest or least. This is the littlest team I've worked with. Again, most speakers would say smaller. This is the least time we've spent on corrections. I'm happy with our progress. Much, many, comparative. More. I have more updates to do than you. Superlative, most. That's the most people we've had at a conference. What a success! It is important to memorize irregular forms for correct expression. Here are some common examples. Some longer adjectives ending in Y often change by replacing Y with IER for the comparative and IEST for the superlative. The leader is happy, comparative. She is happier today, superlative. It is her happiest moment. When comparing something, comparative forms often use than and superlative forms often use the. The new software is faster than the previous one. It is the fastest solution in the market. The team is more productive than the last one. She's more efficient than our last boss. Knowing regular and irregular adjectives helps you to express more in your sentences. While regular ones are easy to predict, irregular ones make your language more interesting.